I'm taking damage. Is there anyone that doesn't understand this? What happens? It works on start of layout because the first frame this is evaluated, the position of my player is exactly on the top, so bim, it destroys on the first frame. The first frame is a collision, and the first frame I am on top, exactly at the correct position, which is 512. Is it understood? I will show you how to solve this problem, of course. But the collision problem is something you always have to keep in mind when you're working with that. Here I'm not colliding, and here I'm colliding, but I'm underneath the limits. I'm not hearing anyone. Did I lose you somewhere? No, good or not good? Okay, everything is the problem is understood. To solve a problem, first you have to understand it. I will. Okay. Beam. So yeah, beam, 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 collision. Okay. Collision underneath. Okay. So here is the one solution for this problem. One solution is to keep in memory where you were the step before. So the true condition you want to check is when you're colliding with your enemy, where were you the step just before the collision? The step, were you on top, or were you just to the left and you just happen to be here? That's what you want to check. When I say you want to know where you were before, it's an information that doesn't exist anymore. So you have to keep it in memory. When I say keep it in memory, your reflex should be, and I want the answer, now your reflex should be variable. You have to keep something in memory, variable. But I will check the player is falling ID. You can indeed do something like this, which is an interesting ID. Toggle this. So you can say I'm falling, I kill you, and it's working. But you can happen to fall if you have a, let's say, maybe a taller enemy. You can fall on him on the side, and you will kill it if you are falling on him on the side. Here it's really harder to fall on your enemy on the side, so you'll probably don't kill him. But that's a nice simple workaround. The player is falling ID. That's nice workaround for a tiny enemy. It's probably will make no difference. Yeah. Now Montezuma, you are entering the land of game design. That's for you to choose how you decide your game to work in this area. Maybe the side is soft, maybe you can kill your enemy on the side while you are falling. That's totally up to you. So in this case, this one is perfect. But I'd say there's a small little issue with this one, and I just want to show you that it can be solved with this kind of solution just by using one extra variable. I will call this extra variable last y, and I just have to save the position of the player at the end of all our computation. So player set value last y to self.y, and then each time I'm in collision, instead of comparing y, I compare last y. Oh, it doesn't keep the enemy dot bounding box top. Should be lower or equal. Okay. So now it should work. Bim, killed. Simply like this. You have to solve this problem. You just had to understand why it wasn't working. It was because the collision happens in the first overlap. And to solve this, you just had to reformulate the problem by, I don't want to check on collision if I am on top of the enemy. I want to check on collision if I were just before on top of below. It's not below, it's on top. Let's say on top. I'm losing my words. So yeah, that's the simple solution. You check the last y, and you save y in the last y. When you loop back here, you have the position you had before. I will draw you the event, here the loop, the big loop of our event sheet, which comes from here. So you are going here, you evaluate this part, and then you save the current position here, and when you going back here, you have the last y you had just before. So your stomping algorithm is just working like this. Or if I have to redo a drawing, you have your enemy here, you are here at from let's say from f, and at from f plus 1 you are here. So you are not on top of your enemy, but since you save here on last y, you know you collide with your enemy by going from the top. That's that's what's happened here. Everyone understand what happened here? Did I lose anyone? No, nobody. Ah, it's all black. Cool. Okay. Cool. Alright, so yeah, probably lag. I'm seeing the IRC, but oh no, Montezuma, the first attempt worked before when we were in this situation, because on the first stick I was exactly, that was because of the equal, I was exactly on top of I was here. When I launch my my game, I was exactly here. And you may not know, but when the edge are touching, it's considered an overlap. So on the first frame, I was equal to enemy boxed up, and I was touching it, so the collision was triggered, so I destroyed my enemy. That was when I was setting my my layout like this. Okay, so I will go back to compare instance variable. Last y is lower or equal to enemy dot. Okay, so that's how you handle stomping. By doing some Control Z, I lost my what I've done. Okay, that's stomping. Now we want some stuff we don't have in our game. It's jumping on stomp. So we want to be projected back in the air when you stomp an enemy. So you just have to add here set vector y. A vector is represents the speed of an object. For instance, when I'm falling, the vector is something like x equals 0, y equals the speed. The vector is going down like this. When the vector is going up, y it equals minus speed. When I'm going this way, x it equals the speed, and y it equals 0. And this way it's called minus speed, and y it equals 0. That's how you represent vector. When you are going this way, you have a bit of y, and you have a bit of x. When you are going this way, the same. So when you want to make your player jump, you just want to set its vector y to minus the strength of your jump. So what we want to do here is to tell our player to set the speed, the vertical speed of our player to minus, because you want to go up, so it's minus, self, platform, and jump strength. The jump strength parameter you have here is actually the speed you are given vertically when you hit the jump button. So that's how you jump. You can't use, I think I will try just after, you can't use simulate control jump when you stomp, because you're not on the floor, and I think the simulate pressing jump only make you jump if you're on the floor, because it's a simulation of control. So here, okay, I just killed an enemy and it worked. Up, beam, and I jump. If I do simulate jump, I won't jump because I'm not on the floor when I touch. Boom. Okay. Is this part understood? I might be. I will maybe make a video on movement only, an extra video on movement only, to understand a bit more about what this vector is. But the gist of it is the vector y is the vertical speed, and the vector x is the horizontal speed. You don't calculate anything, Yanata. You set it. If I want, I can say I want to go at 100 pixels per second for my stomping. it will be weaker than what we had just now. Let's say 4